Well, hey there, friend. Step right in and grab a figure. And welcome to the Pret Pool Channel. Here at the Pret Pool Channel, let's talk about the new action figure I got. Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Maybe you might like how it looks, or maybe how it moves with its joints, or maybe you like the stuff it comes with. But no pressure, my friend. Just enjoy the show today, right here at the Pret Pool Channel. So go on and give us like, or be bold and click subscribe. After all, it's a free ride to the Pret Pool Channel.
Hey, welcome back. This is Pret Pool. Thank you for clicking on this video. Today we're going to be doing a review, and this is for a new line which was a Kickstarter, I want to say about a year and a half ago. I'm not quite exact as far as what the time frame was, but I know it's over a year. This is for Legendari. This is a character called Voidwalker from their line. They had quite a few characters that were released in their first wave. I believe it's somewhere between 9 or 10 characters, if I remember correctly. But I only ordered this one guy, and actually I didn't even go through the Kickstarter. I went through a online vendor called Toy Stalker. So many of you may have heard of them. They're a pretty good company. I highly recommend them. I purchased many of my figures from them in the past, and always getting here on time, pretty quick delivery, and reasonable prices. And they always have codes and discounts that you can use. So going back to this figure, so as I mentioned, this is from a line called Legendari, and this is the character called Voidwalker, and we see he's from Meta Travelers actually. So there's I guess like a main company, the name of the line. Here you have a picture of the items that he comes with, character. So he kind of has that ninja type Skeletor vibe going on there. So once I crack this thing open, here's a brief as far as some story regarding this character that they created. So legalese, more legalese. On the side you have a drawing, or here's an illustration of the character. Very nice. So I'm going to go ahead for my end, pause this for a little bit and take him out of the package. So here he is. I took him out of the box. I'm not going to move him too much around. Oh, I already dropped some items. So some of his hands fell out. So he is on a tray. He has a cover plastic tray that cover, that's why you saw a lot of glare in the initial showing of the box. There's no twisties or anything like that, so he just comes right out. So I have no idea as far as articulation, so forth. As I'm recording this, it's my first time handling this figure, so if there's any QC issues or any issues whatsoever, we're going to experiment that together. And if there isn't any, great. So he has this hood. Already I see that it kind of floats on top of his head a little bit. So, but here's his, just take this off real quick. Here's his head sculpt, and it's done quite nicely. So he has kind of like some kind of white tattoo thing going on his face, which extends to his will be his left arm, which is kind of like a stony also texture to it. And then his right arm is cybernetic, which he has cybernetic hands to go with this arm. He has a nice, it's on camera it's coming out even more bluer, but it's more of a purplish type blue in person. It's coming out as mostly just blue in the video, but it's got a purple tone in person, and in the chest area, and also on his legs also here. So the camera's not getting the true color of this figure, but it's nice though. There's not a complaint. He does have this kind of like soft good that's around his neck, and it does have a wire, so that's nice. So he has it's two wires. It's kind of like two pieces. So you got this one here has a wire, and then he has another one down here with another wire. So yeah, so if it's like windy, you can have it flap in different ways. So that's pretty cool. I really do like his face sculpt. I like how his eyes just kind of pop like glowy. That's pretty neat. Again, I'm gonna try his hood back on, but the only thing right now I'm not too crazy. It seems like his hood doesn't really want to stay very well on, so I don't see anything. There's nothing as far as like a connecting thing, so it kind of feels like the hood is too big. I don't know, maybe once I put like his face mask that he comes with. So stand him up here for a second, see his accessories that he comes with. Standing him up is not an issue whatsoever, so that's good. These are two of his hands that fell out from the box, so this will be his left hand, and then this will be his cybernetic right hand. So these are his grippy hands for like swords and whatnot. And then he has different reaching out hands, and he comes with fisted hands already on him. So he has these two reaching out type hands, and he has two more that are kind of, for me, fulfill the same function. It's not a huge, I mean, this is more like a slap type hand, I want to say, hands, but it's like, for example, these are basically the same side hands, but it's not a dramatic, to me, difference. So, okay. But like as far as his grip in hand to hold weapons, he just has basically to like hold swords. So he's not gonna really be holding guns very well. He doesn't have a trigger hand. So I would have preferred trigger hands instead of two wide open hands. I'm fine with like the fist and like the sword holding hands. But yeah, not too keen on the other one. Now he does have this other hood. This hood will be like he doesn't have it on. So I'm assuming you just take this off, and this one there is like a notch here. See it right there, and then this has to plug it in. So let's see how easy that is, and let's see if it's the right size and everything. Get off camera because I can't see too well. It's a little bit. It's not quite as easy as it may seem to put this through that little hole. I mean, you can just kind of like have it hang over. It's not a look that I'm going to use a lot anyways, but it's neat that it's there. But yeah, I'm having a little hard time getting in there the tab in there. This is like very rubbery. Maybe someone else who may get this may have an easier time. Maybe I'm just not. Yeah, it's not working for me too well. Alright, so what else he comes with? He comes with this face mask, which is one of the selling points for me in getting this figure. So it's a bony look. Let's see how well that goes on. Now that goes in nice. I like that. So, and I'm probably going to keep that face skull on him. Although even without it, he looks pretty cool. If I want to use him as a villain, obviously I'm going to keep that on him. And what else? He has these two other items that I don't know what they are yet. So he's got, so these are like plugs. I imagine they're going to go somewhere on his body for the weapons. So I guess he has this thing here, and you just plug. Maybe I'm wrong, but it would seem that this is where it would go. Then he has this other one, a purple one, which is a square. So I don't know where this will go. I'm gonna have to figure it out later. Again, I just opened them now with you guys, so I don't know all the details of what goes where. But I don't see a tab anywhere for this thing or a slot. Let me see if I can put that hood back on. I don't know, you have to put the face mask after the hood. Oh, look, his whole face came off. Okay, that's interesting. His whole face just came off. Let's see how that goes. Is it supposed to come off? I think it is. Huh. So you get face swaps, possibly down the line, because you can take this face off, and it doesn't see. There's no glue or anything like that on here. That it's not like a factory. Doesn't seem to be like a factory issue or anything like that. It just seems that. Again, this is supposed to be modular lines, so you should be able to take off the arms, the torso, the legs, and interchange between him and other characters and create new ones if you want. So there's that. So just don't freak out like I just kind of did now when I took this off and the whole face came off. All right, so let's see. Let's put that hood back on. See if I can do that. And put that face skull on him. So that's how we look. I do like that. And it makes the hood adjust better as far as being not so looking, I don't know, like looking out of place for me. So I do like that. Very Skeletor-ish look to him. Let's see how it is popping off a hand, if it's going to be a chore or not. Nope, comes off easy, not an issue. Let's put on a gripping hand on him, and that's probably what I'm going to keep on him for the rest of the review. So right now I'm liking the figure. It's a little getting used to, but I'm starting to get used to it as far as handling it and what I can do with it and learning. I still got to figure out how to, those two little pieces, where they go. But this is his weapon of choice, apparently. I like the blades. The blades are a nice metal look to it. I'm not a big fan of this part. It does give it too much of a toyish look for my like. I think either a wash or something on here to make it more realistic looking. It's just too clean. Plastically looking. The blade, this part is fine. I like that. They did an excellent job with that. It's this part I don't know. It just seems a little off to me for the character. But that's just me. That's just my point of view, my impression. So, yeah. Let's get into this. He can't spread quite a bit. Now this arm is a little bit more limited because of the bone or stone, whatever he has going on here. So it does get a little bit in the way, while this side goes just slightly a little bit higher. He going forward, he can go like this, going back. So he has a ball joint here. That, can he do the splits? Even with his belt, he can do quite a bit of the splits. This is like a rubbery texture, or rubbery type plastic. Single jointed knee. And again, I think the reason why they did the single joints is for the whole being customization part of it. So it's, again, you got to think as far as Mythic Legions. So that's what the idea is. He does have a rotation here. His ankles, see his armor that popped off, but we see there's a hole, so it's supposed to pop off because you're supposed to interchange the armor parts with other characters, and maybe they'll have armor packs or whatever down the road. So then here's the tabs, and that can just go, assuming, easily back on, and it did, and doesn't come off. Nice joint here. You can go quite a bit far back with his foot. Quite a bit decent for moving forward. Awesome rocker. No joints at the toes. Not something that I need or whatever, so that's cool. I think the toes, maybe the nails, I don't know, they could have been a different color, maybe black or something. I don't know. It's just a little bit more different colors between his nails, I think would have been nice. At least the very tips of it, maybe a white or silver. So this, when I got this from Toy Stalker, at the time it was $49.99. This character has gone up on price to $54.99 in their on Toy Stalker sites, and also with the official site for this company. So it's now $55 for this character. Now they still have other characters that are still running at the $49. So do I plan in getting any of the other ones? I still gotta mess with this one more before I think about getting the other ones. But I do like how this one is. So we're gonna put him here for now, and we're gonna start doing some size comparisons with other lines. Like, get some things out of the way. And I think I'll start first with smaller to largest. So we're going to start here with Marvel Legends. So we got a movie Deadpool. Okay, so we see there is quite a size difference. And let's go with Black Series Boba Fett. Alright, so he towers over them. These are big figures. They're not 112. I would say they're 110. So, but these are alien creatures. They're not humans and so forth. So they are easy to fudge in different lines because they are, again, alien creatures. So that'll work. Let's go with Valaverse. Bone Collector. Go with the whole bone face helmet thing going on there. Keep that on there. Let's get a guy who likes also wearing a hood. Let's go with G.I. Joe Classifieds Zartan. Alright. Now let's go with, start bulking up a little bit. Let's go ahead and throw in a McFarlane. Let's put in here a Warhammer 40K. So now we're getting to a bigger figures. So yeah, now that's about the same size really. On head to head, they kind of are the same. Now let's go with the Cosmic Legions. This guy just made him up, so he doesn't really have a real name. It's based on 4 horsemen, but you get the idea. So also comparable, you can work him into the Cosmic Legions line with no problem, I think. And let's do one last comparison. Let's go with Savage Crucible. And I'm going to use a stand for this guy because I don't want to take more of your time trying to fix him. So he's just slightly taller because of the stand, but they're comparable. His head does seem bigger. So, and last but not least, let's go with a Samurai Predator from NECA. And this guy towers him. So that is what you're working with if you decide to get any of the characters from this line. I like them so far, and again, I just opened them now with you as I'm doing this review, so I don't really have really strong either way opinion. I do like the fact that I'm out of the box. I was able to mess with them. There's things I still kind of have to learn as far as some of the placements of some of the things, so at least those smaller pieces. Yeah, I really like him. I mean, he has the sculpt is awesome. He has the wire cape. I I don't want to get too much into another line, so I just want to like get an offshoot type character. And this guy works for me. So if they do a second wave with different characters, specifically a female characters that might interest me as far as building my collection, I might get into that. But I'm glad I got this guy. It's really nice. Again, he's supposed to be very modular, so you can. I'm not gonna do that here live because I don't want to break anything right out of the package. So if anything, I'm probably gonna have to heat him up a little bit before I decide to take anything off. But since I'm not getting any other people from or characters from this line, I don't really have much reason to take them apart and switch things over. So the skeleton ninja, this cyber skeleton ninja, is quite interesting, I'm gonna say. So I hope this was kind of helpful. If you feel like you're impressed with what you're seeing with this toy, with this action figure, if you've been on the fence of getting this into this line, maybe this might help. So again, I'm glad I got this character. I don't know if I'll get another one from this line, but especially with the price point being $50 each and more. So, and my space is running out. I'm concentrating more specific lines, but it seems to be a great figure. All right, so thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and please stay tuned for any future videos that I might do in the future. Take care. Enjoy collecting.